Ranchers in Rich County are dealing with massive field flooding due to the snowmelt and runoff. They're moving thousands of cattle to higher ground to get them out of the water. News specialist Alex Cabrera is live just north of Randolph tonight. And Alex, there's a lot of water up there.
Yeah, there certainly is, Jeannie. You know, Randolph and this part of Rich County, it's usually among the coldest spots in the state. But this week, the temperatures started to increase, which led to the snowpack in the mountains to start to melt. That led the Bear River and other creeks in the area to start coming up and spilling over its banks. Now, I know it is hard to see because it is so dark outside, but pretty much everywhere you look in the county, there are flooded fields. And for ranchers looking for dry ground for their cattle, it's become an issue. Ranching is a way of life in Rich County.
It is, yeah.
Although it's not the easiest lifestyle, Joey Weston couldn't imagine doing anything else.
I mean, you gotta love it. If you don't love it, you're not gonna do it for very long.
However, you can't blame him lately if even he's questioning that love.
Unless you're just a glutton for punishment, you know.
This season has brought the types of challenges even the most rugged rancher has seen here. Turns out too much water, even for farmers used to drought, is a bad thing.
Too much water all at once. When you're trying to bring a new baby calf into the world, there's three things that just does not mix with that: wet, wind, and cold. And we've kind of just had all three of them all together.
This past week, flooding has become the big issue. Rich County Commissioner Sim Weston says it's about the worst he's ever seen.
Alex, I'll tell you, it has been brutal.
About 30 ranches along the Bear River have been impacted, leading to the State Department of Agriculture and Food to look for ways to help ranchers, especially with all the animal losses because of flooding and cold.
I think we're looking at around 25%, maybe even 30 death loss in calves.
Ranchers have been moving cattle to higher ground, which means thousands of more dollars to move them, as well as finding additional hay to feed them. Big costs they weren't expecting.
It's just been a struggle. It's been a brutal struggle this spring.
But like any rancher will tell you, there is always hope. It's just their way of life.
I've just been breaking it down into weeks. You know, next week will be better. Next week will be better. We got green grass coming. It'll pass. We'll get through it.
Yeah, Joey Weston, that rancher, also told me he has been busy trying to keep water out of his own home with pumps and such. And as for all those cattle losses, the commissioner told me that could lead to higher beef prices this year, proving once again that when ranchers are affected, we are all affected. Mike and Dini?
That sleet that you're standing in kind of underscores, it seems like they never get a break in the weather. Man,
No,
Alex.
they don't.
Thanks.